Jonah. I love the name Jonah. Don't ask me why. I always thought I'd have a son named Jonah. But it is a fascinating little book that you can learn so much from. So let's get right to it. Author, chapter 1, verse 1, clearly names Jonah as the author, which I find spectacular. Because basically what he's saying is, yeah, with all of my pitfalls and shortcomings, I'm going to admit I wrote the book, I did all this. He names all of his own dirt. You know what? I like that in a guy. Date of writing, sometime between 793 and 758 BC. Purpose of writing, well, fish and revival are the two main words of this book. A lot of times people look at that whale and they see it, they describe it and preach it as Jonah's punishment. I think it was his salvation, a unique deliverance, a unique experience. You know, we should all be so lucky that we disobey God and we get to go on a cruise. It has been said that the revival that took place in Nineveh was one of the greatest evangelistic efforts of all time. Key verses? Well, I'm going to just quote the famous one from chapter 1, verse 17. But the Lord sent a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was inside the fish 3 days and 3 nights, just like Jesus was in the tomb. So I don't see how you can read the book of Jonah and not come away with the fact that that whale was his salvation. Jesus even refers to this story in Luke 11. He's saying, you guys, this generation, you cry out for a sign, okay? And he's not saying anything against signs and wonders. God confirmed the works through signs and wonders. He still does today. He always will. But what he's saying is there's this generation that are like, they're not going to believe anything unless they see it. And he's saying there is no other sign except the sign of the prophet Jonah. And he said what the prophet Jonah was to that generation, the Son of Man, is to your generation. Hello, here's your sign. Practical application. God told Jonah to do something, so he ran the other way. Save yourself some time and don't run the other way. He knew God was just going to forgive them all in the end anyway. Wouldn't you want God to forgive you too? Aren't you glad he sent somebody to you? Instead of going directly where God wanted him to go, he got on a ship and went the other way, and a raging storm came and got the whole ship in trouble. Don't endanger other people by disobeying God. So he finally surrenders and he goes, and the revival happens, and everybody repents, the kings, everybody. Everybody fasts, even the cows. And they repent. And then what does Jonah do? He pouts because God forgives them. This 500-mile journey. He goes through all of this, and then he pouts. Don't pout. Well, God had something to teach Jonah about mercy. He wound up using stiff wind, a gourd, and a worm to show him that he needed mercy too. Go back and read the book of Jonah. It's short, but it's sweet, and it will teach you quite a bit. Final lesson, no pouting. No pouting allowed. None. I'm preaching to the choir here. All right, I'm Laura Harris Smith. Just a few books left. I think we've got like 9 left in the Old Testament, and I am enjoying this. I hope that you are too. Let me know. All right, I will see you tomorrow on today's Daily Pin Code.